What is chiropractic care?
So chiropractic is it's basically just recognizing the fact that your body is the self-healing, self-regulating organism and just facilitating that care through the you're going to locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxations to make sure that that communication cycle is actually flowing properly, and so that the body can function and heal as opposed to us coming in and thinking that we can treat or cure anything. Can't. No one really cures anything. The body is, at the end of the day, what's doing it. If you take any sort of drug or treatment, if that drug isn't what's curing anything, your body is then going to take that, turn it into what it needs, and then the body is going to actually heal.
Makes sense. So, based on this and your upbringing, I'm assuming this is the reason why you chose to study at Sherman College rather than, going somewhere local, like the CMCC in Canada.
Yeah, so CMCC, it's the only chiropractic college in Canada, which is a little odd. You would think there's a lot more interest than just that small, and it's a fairly small school as well.
Yeah.
And it's on probably the other philosophical end of the spectrum is where I would kind of resonate with. So I kind of had the choice to go to school because it's close and convenient, or I had the choice to go to where I, was meant to go. So I'm definitely not at Sherman because it's convenient, because it's 14-hour drive.
Yep.
I have to move away from my family, but I would do it. Like I would tell people, like, if I'm halfway through the program, as of last week, I'm officially halfway through the program, and they said, "Hey, we messed up your paperwork. You got to start it over again." I'd be like, "Well, this sucks, but I'll do it. I'll keep going back until I finally get that degree, because it's where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing."
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if this is the school that really aligns with, what you value and what what you're passionate about, totally makes sense. And I think that just verifies that you made the right decision going here and then studying what you study. There seems to be, some competing schools of thought behind it, where it can come from the perspective of, you're dealing with more than just the back. What perspective does Sherman College take?
So Sherman College, so I'm actually wearing a shirt right here. So This is our logo. So basically what this is it stands for above, down, inside out, which basically just means that healing comes from above, which is the brain, which is the control center of the body, down, and then from the inside out. So chiropractic works on the premise that, life works on the premise that your body is a self-healing and self-regulating organ. So when you cut your finger, you don't have to say, okay, brain, bring platelets there and bring some collagen there. Your body just innately does these things. You don't have to tell your liver to function, your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, anything like that. There's something in your body that just runs it intrinsically.
Right.
So what we do is we just try to help facilitate that body's ability to do that. So we deal with the spine primarily. There are some other ways in our philosophical viewpoint that you can deal with some of the other areas, but for 99% of our philosophy, you're just dealing with the spine, and specifically like the spinal cord, because in that above, down, inside out, the brain communicates to the rest of the body through the spinal cord and then out through the spinal nerves. Right. So if there's and within the vertebra, you have 24 movable vertebrae within your spinal column. If any of those are out of alignment, which we call a vertebral subluxation, that can actually put pressure on those nerves and impair the function. So what we do as a chiropractor is we try to help facilitate that communication from brain to body and body to brain. So we will go in, we will analyze the spine for these vertebral subluxations, we will analyze it, and then we will correct them through a specific adjustment. We are not treating anything, we are not curing anything. The body is doing the healing. We're just facilitating that through our adjustments. So if you come in with asthma or menstrual cramps or whatever it may be, I am not treating you for said thing that you're coming in for.
Right.
I'm going to educate you on the fact that your body is going to be what's doing the healing. I'm just going to be facilitating that through my adjustment. So I do not treat, I do not cure.
Gotcha. So from my understanding, at different chiropractic colleges, potentially with a different perspective on things, if a patient comes in and they have some pains in their foot, I know they would be kind of guided to do some, for example, like soft tissue work, and kind of like do that process along the kinetic chain. How would you approach things here?
So something with the foot, once again, The foot is secondary to me. I'm making sure that their nervous system is functioning properly.
Right.
So first, I would assess them to make sure that their nervous system is functioning properly. If that were the case, they had 0 subluxations in their spine, I couldn't do anything for them there,
Right.
and their foot was still a problem, then I would refer them out to another specialist, because
Right.
soft tissue work, that's great. Acupuncture, that's great. But I think what we should do, what we specialize in, we should be masters of one as opposed to jacks of all trades, because
Right.
there are people who specify in acupuncture, massage, very soft tissue, physiotherapy.
Yeah.
So I don't specialize in that, so I don't want to do what they do. And I hope that eventually we could all come to terms that they wouldn't do what I do either, because they don't specialize in that. If
Right.
I have issues with my toilet, I'm not calling a general contractor, I'm not calling an electrician, I'm going to call a plumber, because that's what they do, that's what they know. You want a specialist and not a generalist, and that's what we try to be.